Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you all had been good and had some good days. So for today's video, again we are going to Bleacher Report and look at another article written by Zach Buckley on May 7th, so a couple of days ago. But I just been very busy with NBA 2K rebuilds and I definitely missed making some other content. So yeah, I'm just kind of happy to make this content, looking at some articles, just reacting to them, getting some ideas for future videos in. And yeah, we are looking at one trade idea for every NBA lottery team if it wins number one draft picks. So written by Zach Buckley a couple of days ago. Guys, if you do enjoy it, you can just keep watching it. I would really appreciate if you could leave a like, write a comment, give me some feedback. I'm still new here, I love you guys, and yeah, let's just jump right into the video. So guys, again, let's go right into the video. So we look at the Atlanta Hawks. So the trade, DeJounte Murray to the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith and two future first round picks. Again, DeJounte Murray to the Brooklyn Nets, it doesn't help you, man. So I don't know, don't really like this trade. Dorian Finney-Smith, two first round picks to the Hawks, I don't know, man. Two first round picks, I guess, is nice for DeJounte Murray, but just from a player perspective, DFS going to Atlanta, DeJounte Murray to Brooklyn, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I wish Brooklyn Nets, man, for once get yourselves together, man. Don't do anything crazy, just rebuild the right way. So yeah, don't give away any draft picks. Just take on draft picks, trade Mikal Bridges, trade Dennis Schroeder. I don't know, bring back Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas, build something around them. Don't do anything crazy. You don't need to win now. It's definitely not anything that's going to happen. So yeah, stay away from that, man. Just stay away, man. Charlotte Hornets. Alright, let's see. Buzz City. That's right. Grant Williams to the San Antonio Spurs. Alright, like that fit, but yeah. For Devonte Graham and Charlotte's 2025 first round pick lottery protected. So Charlotte gives away Grant Williams to the Spurs for Devonte Graham. So from a player perspective, it's not a big difference maker. There has been some very bad stories about Grant Williams, about his character, in the locker room and everything. So I don't know if you want to bring him in a young team like the Spurs where they are building something here. I don't know, man. Just again, from a player perspective, a trade that does not make any sense, any difference. So I don't know, man. Again, don't really like it. I guess the first round pick is something, but yeah, either way. Chicago Bulls. So they trade Zach LaVine to the Lakers. That has been a rumor. The Lakers need some shooting. If he can stay healthy, I like the fit next to LeBron and AD. For D'Angelo Russell, again, a good shooter. So if they could make it without him or Austin Reeves, but yeah, that sounds pretty much impossible. So Lakers for D'Lo, Gabe Vincent, Vanderbilt. Again, Vanderbilt, I don't know, man. Like his defense is really elite, but I don't know, man. He just can't stay healthy, man. So yeah, I'm not mad at this trade. Him going to the Lakers is a nice fit. I do think he has this superstar potential, like the drama. You need this Hollywood, like he is that kind of player. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. D'Lo going to Chicago. Gabe Vincent not doing much, Jared Vanderbilt, so they get a little bit younger, they get out of the huge Zach LaVine contract. Like again, with the Brooklyn Nets, man, just rebuild, man. Just look at the Magics, man. Look at the Cavaliers. Look at those teams, man. Just do it the right way. Build through the draft, and you're going to be fine. Invest in your young players, man. Patrick Williams sitting there. You took him 4th overall a couple of years ago. What are your plans with him, and why did you take him if you're not going to give him the keys? So yeah, of course I like Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, so those are great signings and yeah, former draft picks, so they did choose well there. Yeah, but just do it the right way, man. Rebuild through the draft for the Bulls and the Nets, in my opinion. Next one up, the Detroit Pistons. I hate this trade. I read it. They trade Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and two protected future first round picks to the Pelicans for Brandon Ingram, man. I'm so mad. Like, why would you even considering us trading Jalen Duren and two future protected first round picks, man? Why? Come on, man. Like, watch some Detroit basketball. Of course, I know we are terrible to watch, man. It's disgusting the way we played. It did not look good at all. Terrible basketball. But Jalen Duren is the one positive thing in this whole season. And, you know, sending him with two future first round picks away, like, we are a team who need young players. We need players we can build around. And if you have a Jalen Duren, I mean, that's all you can get. You don't need a Brandon Ingram. It doesn't even fit the timeline. Of course, you need some leadership. I'm all in for that. So that's definitely something I would also consider. But come on, guys, man, not Brandon Ingram, who is always have some health problems. And even if you get the number one pick, like you take Alexander Sarr, I think you can make it, man. Jalen Duren at the center, Alexander Sarr at the power forward, you're fine, man. Just again, look at the Magics, rebuild the right way through the draft. Keep your young players, man. Never ever do this trade. I'm going to be so mad. Like I'm not a Troy Weaver fan, but I'm not so hard on him like most other Pistons fan. But if he would do something like that, trading away Jalen Duren, I would be so upset, man. I would be so upset at him and the whole organization. So yeah, anyway. Golden State Warriors. So if they get the first pick, they would trade Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and two first round picks, which one of them is the number one pick, to the Phoenix Suns for KD. You know, there was some rumors. The Suns are stuck in no man's land. Of course, bringing in Mike Budenholzer, in my opinion, one of the better NBA head coaches, a championship coach. And yeah, we all remember the beautiful basketball he let play with the Atlanta Hawks a couple of years ago. Yeah, so the trade Andrew Wiggins, Kuminga, Moody, and two first round picks, which one is the number one option for KD if you're the Golden State Warriors. KD is probably like 36 or 37 years old, so that's would really be the last dance once again. Give Steph Curry another championship, resign probably Klay Thompson, because you're kind of out of depth if you do this trade. Andrew Wiggins, of course, they do want to trade him, I believe. But again, Kuminga, Moses Moody, I'm fine. Andrew Wiggins, I'm fine. Kuminga and the number one pick, it's high. It's tough, man. It's tough for KD, 37-year-old KD. If he would be 26, that would be a good trade. But like this, again, don't do it, man. You need to look into the future Golden State. If you have the number one pick, I know this is not like the generational talent like last year with Victor Wembanyama. But I mean, there's still going to be very good NBA players in this draft, right? You just have to find them. And that's what you have to do as an organization. That's why you all get paid. So just bringing in KD for all this, I don't think it's a good trade. The Phoenix Suns would be happy getting Kuminga, Moody, two first round picks. Which one is the number one pick? They do have a lot of problems on their own. Not making it deep in the playoffs this year. And just with their cap room situation, so they would be very happy for this trade, get out of KD's salary. So yeah, for them, good trade. For Golden State, terrible trade. Houston Rockets, next one up. So that means they get the number one pick. They trade Dillon Brooks, Cam Whitmore, and the number one pick, and two future first round picks for Mikal Bridges. So Cam Whitmore, the number one pick, and two future first round pick, unprotected first round picks for Mikal Bridges. I don't know, man. This article has definitely not really gone my way. Like, I disagree with a lot of stuff going on here. Again, this is just too much for Mikal Bridges. He showed us that he's not a number one option, and if you give all this up, Dillon Brooks, Cam Whitmore, the number one pick, and two more future first round picks, you definitely want to have get back a franchise player, and Mikal Bridges is not that. He is a very good NBA player. I love him. He's very consistent. He plays in he plays in every single NBA game since he has come to the NBA, so that's a record for him. And yeah, his defense is elite, but again, Cam Whitmore, number one pick, two future first round picks, never. Just pick the right player with the number one pick. Memphis Grizzlies. So the trade, the number 1 pick to the Detroit Pistons for Jalen Duren and a 2021 first round pick. Man, what did I just say? Don't trade Jalen Duren, man. Not even for the first number 1 first round pick and the number 1 pick in this year's draft, man. I would be so mad, man. I would really question it, like my favorite team's management, man. Don't do that. Jalen Duren is a W, man. He was the youngest player coming into the league, and he is so strong, like unbelievable, man. Never do this trade, please, Pistons, please. If you are the Grizzlies, I guess you could do that, but again, you get like an Alexander Sarr or anybody else, like me and a lot of other creators and NBA fans don't love this draft class. But every draft class has some good players, you just have to find them. And that's your freaking job as an organization. So if you have the number 1 pick, bring in a franchise player or draft the right guy, right? So, my opinion, man. Portland Trail Blazers. So, the trade. Jerami Grant to the Memphis Grizzlies. So, I like Grant at the Grizzlies. Definitely like that. For Luke Kennard, Brandon Clark, and a highly protected future first. So, in this case, the Portland Trail Blazers keep the number 1 pick, which they should. They get out of Jerami Grant's terrible contract, bring in Luke Kennard, Brandon Clark, 2 players who have small contracts and a lightly protected first round picks. So yeah, for me that's a W. If you are the Portland Trail Blazers, that's a W. Luke Kennard, you can play him or you can trade him. Like he's going to be wanted for some contenders. Brandon Clark, also always injury problems. And you definitely want that lightly protected future first round pick. But most importantly, you get out of Jerami Grant's contract. And yeah, you re-signed him when Dame was still there, and now it doesn't really fit their timeline anymore. So yeah, not mad at this trade at all from both sides actually. Grant to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are definitely going to be a contender soon. So if they could get Grant, that would be a W. So that's the best thing I have read in this article so far, and we are already at 8 of 13. So yeah, Sacramento Kings. Let's see the trade: Harrison Barnes, Keon Ellis, and 3 first round picks, including number 1 pick. So number 1 pick, 2 first round picks. Harrison Barnes, that's not a big problem. Keon Ellis is not a big problem. For Mikal Bridges, man, is Mikal Bridges price so high? 3 first round picks, which one is the number 1 pick again? I don't know. Like the Kings definitely need some change. Their season has looked very bad in my opinion. They had such a fantastic last year, like the Beam and Fox, Sabonis, everything going on there. I love that. So bringing in Mikal Bridges is a much better option than Zach LaVine, which I also read a lot of articles about. But yeah, so that does make a lot of sense. But I guess again it's a little bit high for Mikal Bridges because he showed us that he's not the number 1 guy, you know. His defense is elite. Just look at his body here, man. His arms are so long. So very tough player to play, and he's always available. So love that. So we will see what happens. Not too mad at this trade, just because the Kings need to make a change, but again, it's a little bit too much for Mikal Bridges in my opinion. San Antonio Spurs, alright, there's been a lot of trade rumors here. So the trade: Keldon Johnson, Malaki Branham, Devonte Graham, and 2 first round picks, one is the number 1 pick, to the Hawks for Trae Young. I think that's a fair trade, man. That's always what I have been saying. Trae Young, even so I'm not sure if he's a franchise player, but at least he has been that, and he knows what it takes, and he has this experience where all the spotlight is on you. So yeah, you can argue if he should be your franchise player. Of course, Victor and in San Antonio they are going to build around him and not Trae Young. So that means he becomes like a number 2 option. And I think that's fair. Like Trae Young has showed us that he should not be the number 1 option on a championship team. And yeah, so bringing him in for Keldon Johnson, who kind of wants to leave San Antonio, I guess, or they want to move him. Malaki Branham, good rotational player. Devonte Graham, I think, needs to be in there for his salary. And 2 first round picks which one is the number one pick. I think, you know, this is one of the better trades we have gone through. I like it for both sides. You know, Atlanta can build around DeJounte Murray, Okongwu, and Kellen Johnson, Jalen Johnson, so they have the Johnsons there. Nice to see. Alright, next one up. Toronto Raptors, they get Jakob Poeltl to the Pelicans. They do need a new pick, so that is a W for Jordan Hawkins and a 2025 first round pick, lottery protected. So in this case, the Raptors get the number one pick. Most likely they would take maybe Alexander Sarr, so they can trade away Jakob Poeltl, who is a solid big center. I always would have loved to see him in Golden State, but now going to the Pelicans, it's also solid. I don't know if I like the fit next to Zion. I would hope to get somebody else there, but yeah, if you get up Jordan Hawkins and a first round pick, lottery protected at least for Poeltl, I don't know, I would be higher on Jordan Hawkins. I think he can have a better career than Poeltl does. So yeah, I would stay away from this trade, to be honest. So Utah Jazz, they get Lauri Markkanen to OKC. I have been calling this for month, man. Like, I made some rebuilds with this one, and yeah, I really like that. For Josh Giddey and 3 first round picks. I love that. Josh Giddey and the Jazz, it seems like a great fit. And they also get 3 future first round picks and Josh Giddey. I think the Thunders, they have to make a change because they're going to be very expensive. Of course, bringing in Lauri is not going to change that. But I don't know if they really want to pay Giddey, also with the off-court stuff going on there, or I think that's taken care of. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so the second season was also not really his coming out season. So yeah, we will see what his future brings. Lauri Markkanen to OKC, I love that. They need a big man, they need some rebounding and shooting. I really love that. So that's a no-brainer for me. One of the better trades here again. So the last one, Washington Wizards. So if they get the number one pick, that would be amazing for them. They need something like that happen. And then they just have to do the right things. Don't make another Johnny Davis thing in your organization. Yeah, so let's see the trade. Kyle Kuzma to the Kings. I like that for Harrison Barnes, Colby Jones, a young player, and 2 protected future first round picks. Yeah, I'm not mad at this trade at all. Kyle Kuzma to the Kings is nice. Harrison Barnes, yeah, I don't know what his role is going to be. I don't know why they gave him such a big contract. Colby Jones, a nice young player, and 2 protected future first round picks. That's all you can ask for Kyle Kuzma. 2 first round picks and Colby Jones. And Harrison Barnes you can just let go or trade away to a contender, I guess. Yeah, good trade. I like it for both sides. The Kings need to make changes. Bringing in Kyle Kuzma next to De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis does look good. I like the fit there. And yeah, the 2 first round picks are going to be big for the Wizards. They definitely can make the rebuild now. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you in today's video, just a quick one. Like I said, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like for this video, maybe write a comment, give me some feedback. I would really appreciate it. I always read it and answer it as well. And yeah, until the next one guys, I love you, and yeah, we'll see us at the next video. Peace.